A wild animal gets chased by a predator. Its stress system fires, and then it's over in minutes. You get a stressful email, and your body can run that same emergency system for weeks. Let's go inside and see what that actually does to you. When your brain senses a threat, it activates the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis, a chain of command between your brain and your adrenal glands. Within seconds, adrenaline floods your system, and shortly after, cortisol follows. Cortisol isn't the enemy, it's a survival tool. It raises blood sugar for quick energy, sharpens alertness, and temporarily redirects resources toward dealing with the threat in front of you. Normally, cortisol spikes, then drops back down once the threat passes. But with chronic stress, that drop never fully happens. Cortisol stays mildly elevated day after day, year after year. That sustained elevation puts real strain on your cardiovascular system. Research tracking long-term cortisol exposure has linked it to higher blood pressure and increased cardiovascular risk over time. Cortisol also suppresses immune activity. In short bursts, that's useful. It stops your immune system from overreacting during an emergency. But kept elevated for months, it can leave your immune defenses measurably weaker. Your digestive system takes a hit too. Chronic stress can slow digestion and disrupt the gut, which is part of why ongoing stress so often shows up as stomach discomfort, appetite changes, or digestive irregularity. Elevated cortisol interferes directly with your sleep-wake cycle, making it harder to fall asleep and harder to stay asleep, which then creates a feedback loop since poor sleep itself raises cortisol the next day. Inside the brain itself, prolonged cortisol exposure is associated with fatigue and reduced mental clarity, the foggy, depleted feeling that makes even simple tasks feel heavier than they should. Chronic stress is also tied to increased irritability, anxiety, and emotional reactivity, not because of a personal failing, but because the same circuitry responsible for your stress response is also wired directly into your emotional processing centers. Long-term studies tracking chronic stress biomarkers have even found measurable changes in heart structure over time, a phenomenon researchers call cardiac remodeling, where the heart physically adapts in response to sustained physiological strain. Here's what makes chronic stress tricky. These effects build slowly and quietly. Fatigue gets blamed on a busy schedule. Poor sleep gets blamed on screens. Each symptom looks small alone, but together, they're often early signs the body is under sustained strain. The goal isn't eliminating stress completely. Short bursts are normal and even useful. The goal is making sure your system gets the chance to actually return to baseline. Consistent sleep, physical activity, and recovery time all measurably help lower sustained cortisol levels. Your stress response was built for short emergencies that end. The danger isn't stress itself, it's a system that never gets the signal to stand down. Give it that signal, and the body it's protecting can actually recover. Now you know exactly what chronic stress is doing inside your body. Subscribe for more Science Explained and let me know in the comments what topic you want explained next.